just a few moments, Colonel. It shouldn't take long.
Absolutely. You've got to be thorough about these things. Well, what can I enlighten you about? I'm afraid I don't know too much. I saw the body, of course. Tell stuff.
Did you recognize the deceased, Colonel?
No, but well, he wasn't really in a position to be easily recognized, now was he? All twisted like that. His jaw full of flowers. I'm not sure I'd recognize my own brother in that state, let alone someone I barely knew. Did I know him?
I don't know, Colonel. Probably not. You served in North Africa, is that right?
Oh, that I did.
And you arrived shortly before the body was found, is that right?
About 7 minutes before, I'd say. Drove up. Came in, drinks came in. And bam! Body in the begonias.
Delphiniums.
Oh, yes, that's right. Bag's still in the hall.
I beg your pardon, Colonel.
Bags. Still in the hall. Oh, can't get dressed for dinner with one's bags in the hall. I had to take them up myself just now.
Of course, Colonel. Colonel, is there any reason you can tell me at all why someone might have murdered a lad in Lady Florence's garden?
Not one, my good man, not a one. Generally peaceful place, it's like hall.
Well, that'll do. Thank you very much for your time, Colonel. I shan't detain it any longer.
Absolutely. Certainly hope you catch this, Elijah. Can't have this sort of thing happening now, can we?
No, sir.
Oh, Inspector, you're still here.
The fella is still dead, Lady Florence, and I've yet to catch his killer.
Well, you won't find him in my sitting room, Inspector.
Well, tell me, Lady Florence, do you know the name Reginald Pratt?
Reginald Pratt?
He was the individual found dead in your garden.
How extraordinary. Reginald Pratt.
Well, did you know him?
Well, how old was this Pratt? I was under the impression the body was one of a young man.
Probably in his mid to late 20s.
Well, I did know Reginald Pratt once, but he'd be 50 now or dead. But not in my garden. No, the Reginald Pratt I knew was an entirely different one altogether.
Well, thank you, Lady Florence. If my constable has finished interviewing your servants, we should all be out of your way shortly this evening.
Well, I imagine he would be. There's only a cook and Mabel, and you've spoken with Fitz yourself. Butler Houghton is in Norfolk at the moment. It's frightfully inconvenient, yes. But his mother died, you see, and he had things to attend to. But we do have 3 girls from the village who come in every day to help. But living in it's only a skeleton staff at the moment.
The 3 girls from the village, would you be so kind as to give me their names, please?
Oh, Inspector, Mabel will give you that information. I'm afraid I'm hopeless with names. And the poor little things all look so much alike to me.
Yes, of course, Lady Florence. Well, thank you.
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Have a good evening.
You look terrible. Oh, I don't know what would have compelled you to go and look at something like that, sweetie.
He was my fiancé, Mother.
I beg your pardon.
He was my fiancé. His name is Reginald, and he was the most wonderful boy in the world, and someone murdered him.
Well, yes, the inspector has made that quite clear, but well, what's all this about you being engaged to him? Why, that's preposterous.
It's not! I was even going to introduce him to you at the village fete.
Oh, Enid.
Are you not shocked, Mother?
Well, I'm shocked that you had a paramour, yes. But you're always so awkward around young men. He wasn't a village boy, was he?
No! No! He was from Grimsley.
Grimsley? I don't know any Grimsley Pratts. Are you sure he wasn't from Deerhaven? Well, the Deerhaven Pratts are a very old family.
He wasn't a Deerhaven Pratt, Mother. He was an honest, hard-working, solid, dependable Grimsley Pratt. He did odd jobs in the village from time to time and fixed motor cars in Grimsley for Mr. Hardack.
Oh, Enid. Oh,
I knew you would have approved.
well, Enid, darling. Well, you're homely, yes, and well, a little awkward, but darling, you're an Andering Fife. You can't honestly have thought you'd marry an odd jobsman from Grimsley.
I honestly did.
Oh, Enid.
And I honestly would have.
Enid, no.
If he had to have been murdered.
Oh, Enid. Oh, oh.
Enid, darling.
Oh.
Oh, she told you about her young man?
Well, yes, she did. And I must say it is a blessing that the young man is dead.
Oh, my dear, what's going on?
I don't mean that he ought to have been murdered, but really, I mean, how can you
How
imagine
dare you!
the damage if Enid had run off with him? Darling, he was only after your money.
Why can't you believe that he may have actually loved me for who I am?
Oh. Oh.
I say, I seem to have missed something here.
The young man was Enid's lover, it seems.
Oh, Hilda, must you put it in such a vulgar manner?
Well, it's the truth, Florence, whether you like it or not.
Well, I certainly do not like it.
So, Enid knew the deceased. I wonder if she was so distraught when she saw the chap.
Oh.
Well, why on earth did she say something about it then?
Well, she was obviously keeping her sordid little affair to herself, wasn't she?
She was understandably worried about her mother's reaction.
Well, dinner is served in any case. Shall we all go in?
Certainly. I am utterly famished.
You will be kind to Enid, won't you, Florence? Regardless of how you felt about her betrothed, she has suffered a great shock and a severe bereavement.
I do not need to be told how to speak to my own daughter, Hilda. Well, thank you very much.
You know she doesn't like being told, dear.
I don't care. Imagine telling a young girl like that it is a blessing that a young man was killed. And even if he were after her money, and there's no evidence that he was, she had no call to go kicking that poor girl when she's down. That boy was murdered in the most horrible fashion. And I don't think that Florence realizes that with every cruel word she speaks, she makes herself out to be the prime suspect.
Oh, Hilda, Florence could never murder the boy.
You know that, and I know that. But the inspector doesn't. And in the state that Enid is in, she's soon to forget it.
Oh, don't you go putting the idea into her head, my dear.
Oh, Plumpy, you know me better than that.
My dear. And I also know that murder or not, I shall not be able to stand much longer unless I get something to